Welcome to Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story, where we answer the questions you have about your favorite classic authors. What inspired your favorite author to write their novels? What was going on in the world at the time? Follow along with us as we tell you what was happening in the world while your favorite authors wrote your favorite classics. My name is Bree Carlile, and I love to read, and wanted to share my passion with listeners like you. If you enjoy our show, be sure to follow the show on your favorite podcast platform so you get all the new episodes. You can find us on all the social medias at Bite at a Time Books or on our website, biteatatimebooksbehindthestory.com, where you can also sign up for our newsletter for more information on who we're talking about and what's coming next for the podcasts. We're part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you'd also like to hear a book by the author we are currently featuring, check out the Bite at a Time Books podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Today we'll be talking about the early adult life, 1882 to 1914, of Rudyard Kipling. From 1883 to 1889, Kipling worked in British India for local newspapers, such as the Civil and Military Gazette in Lahore and the Pioneer in Allahabad. The former, which was the newspaper Kipling was to call his mistress and most true love, appeared 6 days a week throughout the year, except for one-day breaks for Christmas and Easter. Stephen Wheeler, the editor, worked Kipling hard, but Kipling's need to write was unstoppable. In 1886, he published his first collection of verse, Departmental Ditties. That year also brought a change of editors at the newspaper. K. Robinson, the new editor, allowed more creative freedom, and Kipling was asked to contribute short stories to the newspaper. In an article printed in the Chums Boys Annual, an ex-colleague of Kipling stated that he never knew such a fellow for ink. He simply reveled in it, filling up his pen viciously and then throwing the contents all over the office, so that it was almost dangerous to approach him. The anecdote continues. In the hot weather, when he, Kipling, wore only white trousers and a thin vest, he is said to have resembled a Dalmatian dog more than a human being, for he was spotted all over with ink in every direction. In the summer of 1883, Kipling visited Simla, today Shimla, a well-known hill station and the summer capital of British India. By then it was the practice for the Viceroy of India in government to move to Simla for 6 months, and the town became a center of power as well as pleasure. Kipling's family became annual visitors to Simla, and Lockwood Kipling was asked to serve in Christchurch there. Rudyard Kipling returned to Simla for his annual leave each year from 1885 to 1888, and the town featured prominently in many stories he wrote for the Gazette. My month's leave at Simla, or whatever hill station my people went to, was pure joy. Every golden hour counted. It began in heat and discomfort, by rail and road. It ended in the cool evening with a wood fire in one's bedroom. And next morn, 30 more of them ahead. The early cup of tea, the mother who brought it in, and the long talks of us all together again. One had leisure to work, too, at whatever play work was in one's head, and that was usually full. Back in Lahore, 39 of his stories appeared in the Gazette between November 1886 and June 1887. Kipling included most of them in Plain Tales from the Hills, his first prose collection, published in Calcutta in January 1888, a month after his 22nd birthday. Kipling's time in Lahore, however, had come to an end. In November 1887, he was moved to the Gazette's larger sister newspaper, The Pioneer, in Allahabad, in the United Provinces, where he worked as assistant editor and lived in Belvedere House from 1888 to 1889. Kipling's writing continued at a frenetic pace. In 1888, he published 6 collections of short stories, Soldiers 3, The Story of the Gadsbys, In Black and White, Under the Deodars, The Phantom Rickshaw, and Wee Willie Winkie. These contain a total of 41 stories, some quite long. In addition, as the Pioneer's special correspondent in the western region of Rajputana, he wrote many sketches that were later collected in Letters of Marque and published in From Sea to Sea and Other Sketches, Letters of Travel. Kipling was discharged from the Pioneer in early 1889 after a dispute. By this time, he had been increasingly thinking of his future. He sold the rights to his 6 volumes of stories for £200, and a small royalty, and the Plain Tales for £50. In addition, he received 6 months' salary from the Pioneer in lieu of notice. Thank you for joining Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story today, while we answered some of the questions you have about one of your favorite classic authors. Again, my name is Bree Carlile, and I hope you join us next time when we answer more questions about one of your favorite classic authors. If you enjoyed our show, be sure to follow us so you get all the new episodes. We would also love for you to drop us a rating on your favorite podcast platform. You can catch us on all the social medias at Bite at a Time Books, or check out our website, biteatatimebooksbehindthestory.com, where you can sign up for our newsletter. Our show is part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you would also like to hear a story by the author we are currently featuring, check out the Bite at a Time Books podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, or on biteatatimebooks.com.